aunties. So let's talk about you get what you pay for. I hate that phrase. Um, I hear that so often to it just gets on my nerves when I hear it now. It's like, oh, you get what you pay for. Somebody have a complaint, something go wrong with their dog. You get what you pay for. You know what? Not That's not always the case because I've gotten dolls that wasn't that expensive that were really nice, like really nice. And then I've gotten dolls that I've paid top dollar for that were not worth half the money. Um, so I don't think that's always the case. Now I have Paris, Mia Moore here with me, and she's an older baby. I've had her for, I think one time I accidentally said it wrong, but she's actually been here over 2 years. We're working on our third year, right, Paris? And now she wasn't my cheapest baby. I'll be honest. She wasn't a cheap baby, even for back then. Um, she was not cheap. I'm not gonna go into the price, but she was not cheap. She was my very first custom from Bad Chick Yogi 77, which is what I knew her as when I first started YouTube, because that's her YouTube channel. And then most everybody know about Yogi, and then on Facebook is Yolanda Boyd Glover. Um, we all know the story about that, but I've had her for all that time. She's the only baby that I have since I started collecting and had not let go. I have had offers on her, even recent. I have had offers for her. And she's an older baby. She's an older sculpt. She's not a, you know, you know, sculpt that everybody knows and all that stuff. Um, but she um, she wasn't a cheap kid or anything like that. It's just that she's just an older sculpt, older baby, and been painted long time ago. But the funny thing about it is I still love her to pieces. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think her painting still is comparable to what I'm collecting today. There are a few things about her that Yogi does not do anymore, things that Yogi may have improved over time, but nothing to where I can just go crazy. I'll tell you like simple things like the tipping of the nails. Yogi don't tip like that anymore. And then the rooting, she's gotten a whole lot better, which her rooting is not bad. It's not bad, but it's not her rooting today. But everything else, like her painting, like I'll be honest, I like her painting even more than I like my angel's painting. I think it's even better, actually. Um, but like I said, she's not a prototype type doll. She's not, this, that, other. But she's beautiful to me. Now somebody else may look at her and say, "Oh, that doll's not worth $100," whatever. That's the funny thing about our art. You really can't place, a price tag. It's all about what you feel the doll is worth to you, too. But I hate when people say, "Oh, you get what you pay for," like as if you pay, $5,000 for a doll, you're guaranteed to get this great doll. You pay $6,000, oh yeah, that doll is definitely gonna be everything. That is not the case. I've had a doll in my collection that I was really shocked at the quality of it at the price range that it was. Um, and I'm not gonna say much about that because my video is not to bash any artist or anybody's work or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you're new to collecting, don't think because if you see a baby that you really, really like and the price is like average or low oh, something must be wrong with it. Do your research, know the artist, because some artists are not out here to really gain a huge profit. And then some of them are out here because it's their, you know, career. It's their livelihood, and they do want to make profit, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then there are the artists that are greedy and they want more than what the doll is worth, or whatever, or whatever. They charge a whole lot. Don't think that you have to buy like the most expensive doll. Now, I will say there are some artists out here that work is truly worth every penny, and in my opinion, maybe even worth more. As a collector, I will not say that out loud, although I just said it on video, because I don't want to pay more. If I can get it for less, I'm going to get it for less. But you have to look at all that stuff, especially being a new collector, because people will mislead you, misguide you. And I always say, consider the source when you're getting advice or you're taking suggestions. If you look at this person's collection and it looks like a bunch of dolls that a 2-year-old could have painted, and they're telling you, oh, do this artist, oh, do that, oh, that artist is all that, this artist is this is that, and then you looking at their collection, go ahead and follow them. Your collection will look just like theirs. I'm just saying, my style of babies is not for everybody. Some people may hate the style of babies I collect, so don't listen to me. If you don't like my style of babies, don't listen to me, because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be talking about what I like. So then if you listen to me, you'll find yourself getting a doll like mine, and you won't like it if it's not your style. But if you love the style of babies I have and you want to take my suggestions or my advice, then so be it. I've never claimed to be an expert. I just know what I like and what I love. But I just wanted to say, I just had to come and do a video and say that I truly hate to hear you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. I'm sure when people bought Andrew Arcella babies and paid $6,000 and $7,000 for it, or $8,000, how much ever it was. Okay, I'm sure they didn't think that they were getting what they paid for when the doll began to crumble, and they didn't even touch it. Those that's out here in the community know about that story. But I'm just saying. So there's a great example of you get what you pay for. There's a lot of artists that run specials on their dolls, and you can get a really nice quality doll for a good price if you catch the special. Because a lot of times, having all the money at one time sometimes can save you money, because sometimes artists are looking for that quick sale and they're not trying to do layaway. So they may say, guess what? If you got $500, you can get this doll, and their prices are normally like $800 or $900. Guess what? If you got it all at one time, boom, you just saved yourself like $300 or $400. Same with second market. When you're buying a doll, if you got it all at one time, sometimes the collector will go ahead and sell it because they're just ready to move on, and they don't want to have to deal with the layaway and the changing the mind and all that stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, this is me, Paris Milmore. She is like weighted so sweet, and she does have a tummy plate, guys. Let me see. Oh, your hand, little girl. She does have a tummy plate. And she has a little birthmark here. Wait. I don't know if you guys... Oh, there you go. I don't always put her tummy plate on. She have it on more than any... She used to have it on more than any other baby. Because it doesn't... It's really soft, and it doesn't take away. Like, see, I can squishy her tummy. It's really soft, and it doesn't take away from her. This tummy plate was actually made by her artist for the actual sculpt, and it was sold separate. It was kind of on the expensive side. I think I remember I paid $26 for the tummy plate. It's anatomically correct. Yogi put a lot of details in it. It has the dry skin, texture, and birthmark, and all that great stuff. I don't think Yogi was doing a lot of veining back then, which I'm not a big vein person, just for the record, so it doesn't really bother me. She does have few subtle, very subtle veins, but I always love the way Yogi does hands and the inside of the hands, and everything is really subtle. It's not overly shaded and just really nicely done. Um, all her veining is in the right places and stuff like that, and like it's like natural blood flow. It's pretty cool. She's, like I said, she's an older baby, but I really, really love her. She remind me of one of my babies, of course. You guys know that's when I really get into my babies. Um, it took me 2 years to actually, give me a second, like 2 minutes. Um, she actually, it actually took me about 2 years before I actually changed, ever like reweighted her or anything, because I didn't really want to reweight her. I just wanted to put her on a new body. Because she's a long baby. She's still like 23 inches long, and I put her on a full limb body instead of a 3/4 body. She was originally on a she's originally 3/4 limbs, but look how long her legs is. They are so long. She does really good on a full body. And another collector had this sculpt too. Um, I think it was Pooh Bear had this sculpt, and then long time ago, I don't think she has it now, but she had put hers on a full body a long time ago, and I really wanted to do it, but I was really attached to Paris at the time, so much till I couldn't take her apart. But eventually I got to the point where I could take her apart, and I put her on, she has on a ethnic body. It's a brown body. I don't want to take her all apart here, but maybe when I do a next changing video, I'll show you guys. I think it was a body that I bought for Gabby. I remember I had to do a lot of switching with Gabby to get her right. So she has the full, now she has full, so she can wear her diapers comfortably, and she does still have the 3/4 arms, and I'm okay with that. She does have a little boom boom now. She's still very floppy. She has a boom boom. See, you see her ties. Oh, now you dropped your binky. Great. I know it's my fault. But yeah, she has a little boom boom now because of the body. Now you can see the body. She has a body that's a chocolate color. She was on a white body. I do like white bodies. I've gotten to the point where I kind of like the white bodies or the chocolate bodies, because both of them make them look like they are wearing like a t-shirt or something like that if the body shows. So yeah, so her and my angel has on the same thing. But yeah, and that's why, I'm not ever opposed to buying from like new artists or artists that's not, have this big name in the community and all that stuff, because sometimes you can get really good work. Now, I think Yogi pretty much have established her reputation as, a pretty good artist, and a lot of people are familiar with her work and know her. And just like any other artist, everybody, have their people that say they don't like the work. Some people do like the work. I'm a big fan of her work. I don't like everything she makes, but I don't like everything that none of the artists make. I don't have one artist that I love every single thing that they put out. Not one. So that is part of life. But it is something magical, in my opinion, about Yogi Babies that I love. So I'll always consider buying a Yogi Baby. But yeah, newer artists, I'll buy from them in a minute. Quick, in a hurry.